Hey guys, so this is a bit of a difficult video for me to make, and it's talking about suicide. And I just want to preface this by saying suicide or suicidal ideation, as it's called, suicidal thoughts, are nothing new to me, but I have never, let's say, ended up in the hospital because of a failed suicide attempt. That's not my experience. So what I want to talk about is, I guess, how my anxiety affects my depression and how my illnesses affect my depression. I have found that my depression, my major depressive disorder alone, is not enough to cause suicidal ideation in so much as I would attempt to take my own life. That being said, when I add on the stress and the anxiety of just worrying all the time and the social anxiety I have that I'm afraid to talk to people and I will not ask for help. When I add that and illness and pain and feeling like I cannot leave my own house for fear of something happening, fear of something happening where I get sick, fear of being embarrassed, things like that. When I add that on top of my depression, things escalate for me. So it's really hard to kind of explain how my brain works. It's very difficult, in fact. But for me, the anxiety is not always a bad thing. So I'll probably title this video something like How Warring Anxiety and Depression Saved My Life, or something like that. Because on a regular basis, anxiety does save my life. And that sounds ridiculous because anxiety is ridiculous, but when I get very down, especially when I get very down and I'm ill, and by ill I mean in pain, and I cannot leave my house because of the physical pain or because of the mental issues, in that I think if I leave and I go somewhere and I'm too far from help or I'm too far from home, that I'm going to end up in a situation that is either very embarrassing to me or very uncomfortable or something like that. I get very, 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 very down, and I think to myself, life would be so much easier if I wasn't living it, right? Why should I live with all this pain? Why should I, my life sucks. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm a drag on everyone around me. I mean, I could go on and on about the thoughts and the feelings of myself when I'm depressed, and I'm sure they're very similar, common themes to other people with depression. I'm not good enough. I'm causing other people problems. And I've had that, especially with my Crohn's disease, not even with the depression, but just the Crohn's disease alone. I can be out somewhere and people are like, yeah, let's go for dinner. And I'm like, wait, are we going anywhere afterward? Like, if I eat, I have to go home, right? And so if I'm not driving myself, or, it's not something I'm really in charge of, I'm like, I'm either no, I can't do that, or I drag everyone else down if I go out and I eat and I get sick. And hell, I knew I was going to get sick before I ate, and I did it anyway. And so now I'm dragging these people down because they wanted to have a good old time. And I'm like, no, sorry, I have to go home. Or, no, you just leave me here on this park bench and you go out and do stuff and I will be fine and I will sit right here, that type of thing. So I get those thoughts and experiences truly with Crohn's alone. And you add that with the depression and you can see where I'm going. So getting back to the warring anxiety and depression. When I get that way, when I get down and I have true suicidal thoughts, suicidal ideation, my anxiety jumps in there and goes, what are you going to do? Like, how are you going to do? Like, someone's going to find you and like blah, blah, blah. And it's those thoughts that keep me grounded, right? Like, you're doing all these things and you cost all this money and you're doing all of this. And like, now if you quit in the middle, it's going to be a problem. And yeah, life of a crony, man. My arm hurts. I got 6 vials of blood taken this morning and ouch. Anyway, anxiety has saved my life. I am sure of that. In fact, this March, I can point to a day and a time when anxiety has saved my life. Or at the very least, saved me a hell of a lot of pain. I don't want this to be a sad, woe is me video. I just wanted to let you know how my experience is. And I always think when I get so down like that, people count on me. Now, the way in which they count on me, that codependency may not be healthy for either one of us, but people count on me. So truly, 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 suicide is selfish. To put it bluntly, it is cowardice. It is selfish. It is, well, frankly, it is what it is, and no one likes it. I mean, there's almost no situation where you're like, yeah, suicide, that would have been the best way to go. No. You may think so, but that's not true. People count on you. People love you. There is a place for you in this world. And I think sometimes it is incredibly difficult to believe that. And if you're young, and by young I mean, 80 and younger, maybe you haven't found that place yet. Maybe you're still looking. If you don't believe in manifest destiny, maybe you believe in destiny. Maybe you believe in fate. Maybe you don't believe in a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's not the right way to say it, but you know what I mean. Like, maybe if it's not up to you to find a place, there is still a place. Someone has put you here for a reason. Someone, something, some being, some omniscience, some space dust has put you here, and there is a place for you. If you haven't found it yet, you just haven't found it yet, and you need some more time. You may find that place when you are 80. That is okay, because you found it. When you are 80 and you are in that place where people are counting on you and you are the center of that thing and you are the cog in the machine that makes it work, if you're not there, it's not going to work, is it? But when you are there and people are grateful for your presence, right? And I guarantee you, somewhere out there, whether you know it or not, at this very moment, whether you think you found your place or not, someone is grateful for your existence, and you don't want to take that away from them, right? People count on me. They don't show it, they never say it, but I do know that the people in my life, some of them at the very least, are grateful for my existence, and I do make their life richer. And sometimes it is painful for both of us, but there's a reason that I am here, and there is a place for me, and I hope that I find it sooner rather than later. But there is a place for me, and I guarantee you there's one for you as well. So, this is probably some kind of weird controversial video. Maybe nobody will see it. I don't care. If one person sees it and it helps, that's what matters. And that's not just me being altruistic, that is me being realistic. Because guess what? That one person who this video helps is another person who is grateful for my existence, right? We all touch people, whether we know it or not. And it is up to you to make sure the way that you are in their lives is to enrich it. And generally, your existence is enough to enrich their existence. But make sure you're not a detriment. That is all. Just don't be a detriment. And they are grateful for your existence. Don't take that away from them. So, I'm going to sit here and I am going to finish drinking my tea before the tears that are right here, I can feel them, start pouring down my face. Because let's be quite honest, 2016 was a beast. And not the good kind. Not like beast mode. Not like some awesome Beast in the Wild. What's that movie? No. It was a book first. Where the wild things are. Not that kind of beast. It was a beast like it was. We're glad 2016 is gone. Whew. Let's hope 2017 is better. You know, a couple days into it. The world hasn't ended yet. Hopefully it won't. Although by the end of this month, who knows? Especially if you're in America. But yeah, we'll ignore that because that's depressing. Okay. We are happy for your existence, and I hope you are happy for mine. All right. That is all for real this time. And I am probably on my way to Buffalo now when you see this. And we'll see if I am happy for my own existence by the time we get there, because boy, it's gonna be cold. All right. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.